Assalamu alaikum, my dear children. My name is Fatima. I am 71 years old now. And today, I want to tell you my story. Not the story that the newspapers told. Not the story that the internet spread. But my story. The real one. The one that only I know, because I lived it. I don't know if you will like this story. I don't know if it will make you angry, or sad, or maybe it will make you think. But I need to tell it. Because I have been silent for too long. And silence, beta, silence is a slow poison. So sit with me. Make some chai. And listen to an old woman who finally decided to speak. I was born in 1956, in a small village near Lahore. Do you know what it was like to be born a girl in those times? My father was a good man, but he was also a man of his time. When I was born, he did not celebrate. When my brothers were born, he danced in the streets. I remember the first time I understood that my life would not be my own. I was 5 years old. My mother was washing clothes in the well, and I was playing with mud. My father came and called my mother. He said, "Stop her from playing like a boy. She is a girl. She must learn to be proper." That day, my childhood ended. I learned that I was not meant to run, not meant to play, not meant to dream. I was meant to serve, to cook, to clean, to give. When I was 18 years old, my parents chose a man for me. His name was Hassan. I had seen him maybe 2 times before our wedding. But this was normal. Love, they said, comes after marriage. Not before. So I married a stranger, and I promised God that I would be a good wife, a good mother, a good woman. But you know what? Hassan was a good man. He worked hard. He was honest. And slowly, over the years, I fell in love with him. Real love. The kind that grows in your heart like a plant. Slowly, quietly, but so strong that you cannot imagine living without it. Within the first year, I was pregnant. Within 5 years, I had 4 children. Amjad, Syra, Bilal, and little Zara. We lived in one small room. One room, beta. Can you imagine? One room, one kitchen that was outside, one well where we got water, and a toilet that was shared with 3 other families. But it was ours. And I was happy. I was exhausted, but I was happy. Because my children were healthy. My husband loved me. And every night, when I lay down, I knew I had done my best. My days started before sunrise. I would wake up, pray, then start the fire for cooking. I would walk to the well 3 times a day, carrying water on my head. I would wash clothes by hand. I would cook for 8 people on a budget that most people couldn't even imagine. I would teach my children to read by candlelight using old newspapers. And I would smile. Every single day, I would smile at my children and tell them, "Beta, one day you will be something great. One day, you will have a better life than this. One day, you will make your mother proud." I believed this with every cell in my body. I believed that my sacrifice would mean something. That my children would remember. That my children would honor me. I was so naive. When Hassan got sick, I knew something was wrong. He was coughing. Coughing in a way that sounded like his lungs were being torn apart. But we had no money for doctors. We had no money for medicine. So I nursed him with what I had. Prayer, herbs, love. I sat by his bed for months. I held his hand when he was burning with fever. I cleaned him when he was no longer able to clean himself. I sang to him. Songs my mother taught me. Songs about love and loss and eternity. And one morning, he was gone. He was only 52 years old. I was 38. And I had 4 children, no husband, no money, and no one to help me. Do you know what the hardest part was? It was not the grief. It was the fear. The fear of what would happen to my children. The fear of how I would feed them. The fear of being alone. But I did not have time for fear. I had 4 children who needed me. So I woke up every morning and I worked. I cleaned houses for other families. I washed clothes. I made embroidery and sold it in the market. I did anything I could do to keep my children alive. And my children, they saw this. They saw their mother working herself to exhaustion. And they promised themselves, we will study hard. We will become something. We will make sure Alma never has to work like this again.